Hi guys, my name's Brynn. I'm a student leader at Campus Students for Christ, and I'm doing our video devotion this week. We are going to be in Mark 8, verse 27 through 29. And Jesus went on with his disciples to the villages of Caesarea Philippi, and on the way he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" And they told him, "John the Baptist, and others say Elijah, and others one of the prophets." And he asked them, "But who do you say that I am?" Peter answered him, "You are the Christ." Okay, so we're going to tie this all together at the end, but first I want to start out by talking about the prayer vigil. So we had a prayer vigil a few weeks ago, and there were tons of different prayer requests, but there was one that stuck out to me above the rest. I prayed for them all, but this one really stuck out to me. It was the 17th one on the list, and it said, "Things go back to normal." It was 5 words, that's it, but it hit me really hard. I think if you just stop and think about it for a second, we all have something that we just wish we could go back to normal. You know, if things were normal, then I wouldn't have to be doing these online classes. If things went back to normal, I'd be driving myself to Bible study right now, or the gym, or the library, or class, or the art studio. If things went back to normal, I wouldn't be anxious, I wouldn't be gaining weight, I wouldn't be depressed. If things go back to normal, I fill in the blank. We're all yearning for the comfort of normalcy right now. The world is not normal right now. We all know that God is in control, but we like it better when God's in control, and we're kind of in control of our lives a little bit too. In this current situation, it feels like our lives are completely out of any control. Our classes feel out of control, our sleep schedules, and even our relationships with other people. And when we feel like we're not in control, we tend to also start believing that God isn't in control, or at least questioning it. But I want to challenge you first to think about what normalcy in our lives looked like before this roadblock that we call a pandemic, and who you said that Jesus was then. Was he in control then? Was he a God that desired fairness in the world? Was he a God that you turned to only when you needed him? And now in the midst of this pandemic, who are you thinking or saying that he is? Has he all of a sudden become a God of unfairness in your life? Has he become a God who has no control over what's happening? Or maybe has he become one that you don't even consider God anymore because of everything that's going on? In everything around us, it's easy to feel like nothing is the same, and maybe even like it might not ever be the same again. It terrifies us to think that this could be the new normal. It terrifies me, but my question to you is, does a new normal mean a new God? In our passage that we read earlier, Peter didn't hesitate. When Jesus asked, "Who do you say that I am?" Peter immediately said, "You are the Christ," which is awesome. But during this time of uncertainty, it's more important than ever for you to be certain who Jesus is. And so I'm going to ask you the same question that Jesus asked his disciples, and I want you to look at it from a perspective of humility and being completely honest. But who do you say that Jesus is right now? And then let's work on it so that you can say who Jesus is no matter what. He is the Christ. And because it's Easter weekend, and always, we can say he is the Christ and he is risen. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you were challenged, or at least stayed with me till the end and enjoyed the video. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter. See ya.